What's going on, you guys? Welcome back to another video where today we are gonna be working on the truck, by which I mean the OBS, and also it's gonna be kind of a little update video because I know I haven't uploaded shit in a very long time. I think the last thing I uploaded was whenever I did the long tube header install on this truck, and let's just say that this truck is not what it used to be whenever I did the long tube header install. I'll get to that in a little bit. This, I already got ahead, started working on it, started doing a whole bunch of shit. I haven't recorded the process on this thing, just because it gets a little bit annoying, you know, recording and trying to find the right placement for the fucking camera. And then since I'm recording off my phone, my fucking phone dying, all that good stuff. So I really haven't been recording. I just been kind of working on it little by little every day. And yesterday I came to a point where I just decided to stop. But as you guys can see, the engine is pretty much ready to be pulled out. I already got all the torque converter bolts loosened up or taken off, all the housing bolts taken off, motor mount bolts. I haven't taken them off, but they're ready to come out pretty much. And radiators off, everything is off, turbo, everything. So I'm gonna pull everything with turbo and all that shit, and finally inspect, see what happened to it. It started to have a pretty weird idle and a slight little knock. So I'm hoping it's not like a fucking rod bearing or any bearing at all. I think it was just maybe a either dirty lifter or a faulty lifter. I went with some it was these guys, Michigan Motorsports. I went with some Michigan Motorsports LS7 style lifters, and I don't think they really did the cut. So I went with some Morel, with some Morel high RPM lifters, and hopefully those, if that's the problem, hopefully those fix that little issue. But either way, I went ahead and just got rid of my ported and polished heads. I'm gonna get rid of them. They're A62s, ported and polished, you know, CNC machine. And I went with the 317s that come with the 6.0, so it's gonna drop in compression. And but the good thing is that it has a bigger exhaust port, so that'll kind of help with spooling up the turbo a little bit more. I just have to pull the heads and then transfer all my shit to the new heads, which is the dual valve springs and the valve seals. Transfer all of them to the new heads. And the reason I'm pulling the motor is just because it's a bitch to get these heads out, especially with the head studs. And I just want to inspect it, you know. I want to make sure that everything is okay, that there's no bearings, no rod bearings, no crank bearings, none of that shit. Because on the second oil change that I did, the oil did come out a little bit glittery, but I think it's just because of the still kind of breaking in. I didn't see no big chunks. It was just really glittery. But like I said, I think it's still part of the break-in process. And I kind of did fucked up. I kind of used a little bit too thick of an oil. So I'm gonna pour the oil out, inspect it, and then inspect the motor and all that shit, and then probably bring it down to like a 530 oil. And yeah, so like I said, I haven't been recording this whole process a lot. I haven't done a lot just because it is kind of annoying, you know. I've only been working on it maybe like an hour a day, just because, you know, I get off work, I get home tired. I usually get home, eat, take a shit, sleep, and then work on it for a little bit. But today, hopefully, this motor comes out, and like I said, I believe I have everything disconnected. So yeah, then I'll give you a little update on that fucking thing. But yeah, I don't know where my little tripod is. It's here, but it's broken. So let me find a place to mount you guys, and yeah, go from there. I mean, I guess shit. Hold up. I dead ass don't know where to mount you guys. I really don't. I don't have a spot to mount it. But I think maybe we can mount it here for a little bit. I can mount you guys here. Don't know how good that's gonna hold, but yeah, let me get this fucking engine out. I might have to remove that hood, but it's all good. Enjoy the time lapse, I guess. Yeah. Alrighty, well, there it is. I'm sorry, my mom was a little bit curious. She wanted to see what the fuck I was doing. She always gets curious whenever I pull the motor and put it back in. She's like, how the fuck do you do this shit alone? So excuse her, whenever she was in front of the camera, she was a little curious. But either way, there it is. Pulled it out. I'm not gonna take it apart today. I'm tired. The sun is going down and this light doesn't provide that much light, so might have to add another light here. A badass light, something that has a shitload of lumens. But shit, turbo still good. There's no play on the shaft. The exhaust part still Gucci, spins freely. So hopefully, I'm really hoping it's not like a bearing. But if it is like a rod bearing or something, luckily I think I might have caught it in time, because the truck was still running perfectly fine. It was just on idle. It had a weird idle. So I'm really hoping it's not a bearing. If it is like a rod bearing or something, luckily the guys did whenever I took the whole motor to get the machine work, bore it over to a 6.2 and for them to polish the crank and all that shit. Luckily the crank was in like perfect fucking conditions. So it's still standard size bearings as for the crank, for the rod bearing. So luckily it's that. And if it is, standard size bearings, maybe I can find some badass ones, swap them into those, and hopefully this bitch runs. But yeah, I don't think it's a rod bearing or anything like that with the bottom end, just because, like I said, whenever I would drive it, the truck would drive perfectly fine. It was just whenever I would come to an idle, it sounded like maybe I had a bad lifter. So I'm gonna swap the lifters out. Hopefully it didn't damage the cam. If it did, oh well, I'll just get another one at a later time. But I am gonna switch over, like I said, to the 317 heads, bigger exhaust port, better for the turbo. It's gonna lose compression. It's all good. It needs to get dynoed anyway, so yeah. So fortunately, it can't do too much. I lost a little bit of tranny fluid. I think I'm still losing some just because the fucking, I'm gonna put the jack under there and lift up the transmission. It's leaking from where the fucking motherfucking dipstick goes. I don't know if you guys can see it right here. So I'm gonna put the jack under it, lift it up a little bit, that way it's not kind of like overflowing out the fucking the oil pan from the tranny. As a matter of fact, let's do that shit right now. Excuse me. Well, ain't that a bitch? Alright, so fuck it. I'm gonna have to get under, I'm gonna have to get inside here, lift up the tranny and see if I can fit that jack stand up a little bit better. And then I'll give you guys a quick update on the Mamalona, because it's not what it used to be. I didn't record a video because I lost the second part to it. I accidentally deleted. So yeah, but for those of you who follow me on Instagrams, you guys know what's up. So let me fix this shit right quick, because I don't want to lose a lot of fucking transmission fluid, and then we'll go ahead and jump into this bitch. Yep. Alright, so got the fucking jack stand on there, so that bitch ain't going nowhere. So let me just kind of put this shit back. Fuck it, I'll put it back in a little bit. I still gotta kind of clean up my tools, but yeah, there it is. So I'm gonna start working on it, hopefully this weekend, maybe tomorrow, I don't know. I'm not like in the biggest hurry to fix it. There's a truck meet going on Saturday, but I'm not going to that shit yet. So that's it with this truck. We got the motor out. Gonna start taking the heads off, gonna drain the oil, all that good stuff. So now let's get into the Mamalona. So the last video you guys saw on this bitch right now was whenever I did the long tube headers. Went with some Speed Engineering long tube headers with the off-road white pipe and all that good stuff. And I'm pretty sure you guys heard how good this thing sounds, basically. Ever since that day, yes, I did do more work to it, and some of that work might have or might have not included a fucking DOD delete and a cam. Yeah, I camped this bitch out, and I did record the first part of me taking the truck or the motor apart, the top end, heads, and all that shit off. I did upload it, but when it came down to the second part and me, you know, recording the second part, all that good stuff, I accidentally deleted the fucking video, and yeah, there was no second part to it. So I ended up deleting the first part just because there's no second part. And yeah, not a lot of people know, unless you follow me on Instagram, not a lot of people know that this bitch is cammed out. Let's go ahead and do a little cold start. Before I do the cold start, I went with a Trick Flow Performance, or yeah, I think it's Trick Flow. A Trick Flow DOD delete kit. It came with the new valley cover. Came with new lifters, new head bolts, and all the fucking gaskets and shit that I needed to do the swap. As far as the cam goes, I went with a Stage 4 BTR truck cam, but the NSR, with the one with no springs required, just because I didn't feel like put in a stupid big cam because, you know, I gotta put a new torque converter, new valve springs, and possibly the Trinion upgrade kit. And I feel like doing all that. And then went ahead and put, as you guys saw, the Speed Engineering long tube headers with the white pipe. And I did add a little muffler to it. It's not stupid loud, but it sounds good as fuck. It's a, I don't know what series it is, but it's a MagnaFlow little muffler there. It sounds fucking clean in my opinion. So let me sit you guys down right here so you guys can hear it. I haven't moved it in like 2-3 days. I've been using my girl's car. It's a little bit better, it's a gas saver. So yeah, let me go ahead and start this bitch so you guys can hear how it sounds. This thing sounds fucking clean. Sounds nice. Not too loud at idle. But the thing I love about MagnaFlow is whenever you get on it, this thing sounds noise. Bunch. Sounds fucking badass, bruh. So that's why I love MagnaFlow. I had it on my Sierra. On the Sierra I had the Bullet, which are a little bit louder than these, than that one. I had the Bullets. This one, like I said, I don't know what series it is. I just went down to a muffler shop, told them I wanted a fucking MagnaFlow. They had that bitch in stock, and I fucking fell in love with it. But truck is throwing me a little check engine light for bank 1 and bank 2 running lean, and I believe it's because of the intake gaskets. That was the only gaskets, that and the valve cover gaskets, that I did not replace because they looked good. So hopefully, maybe not this weekend, but next weekend, I'm gonna run down to Summit, buy the whole top end gasket kit. It's like 60 bucks. Replace the intake gaskets, valve cover gaskets, and yeah, hopefully it gets rid of that code. If not, might have to take it down to my homeboy, get it a little retuning shit. But other than that, it sounds badass. A lot of people think that I have an exhaust leak, but that's just the way the fucking long tube header sound. There's no exhaust leak. I mean, it did have one, but I fixed it. It was just a loose clamp. But other than that, man, shit, motherfucker sounds good. But other than that, I haven't done shit to the truck. Just did an oil change this past weekend. But anyways, I think this is where I'm gonna end off the video. That's the little update on the truck. Has a stage 4 truck cam, NSR cam from BTR, TrickFlow Performance or TrickFlow Specialties, I think it's the same shit. DOD delete kit, Speed Engineering long tube headers, MagnaFlow exhaust, and my homeboy over at Gomez Garage did the tuning. He also tuned this bitch, and yeah, I mean, shit. Little cold air intake off Amazon. That's pretty much it on this bitch. And it sounds fucking nice. But anyways, I think this is where I'm gonna end off the video. I know I haven't been posting a lot. It's just that I had a whole bunch of shit going on. Parts for this bitch were back ordered. we're on back order for the fucking longest. Just got the lifters in, just got the gaskets in, just got everything I need to fix this shit. All I need is a starter, because the one starter I have went fucking dead. Also, not a lot of people know this. I got a little baby girl on the way. She is due next month in September, so I had to put this on hold because, you know, we had to buy the crib, all her little things that she needs. Went ahead and threw a baby shower. It was all good to the end. Those who follow me or those who know me personally know what happened. But yeah, sorry if I haven't been uploading. I just haven't been to any truck shows either. I mean, I don't like going to a truck meet or truck show if I don't have my truck. I'm just there to be there. Inservible, you know? I don't want to be there unless I have my truck. And I mean, this bitch is stock, but now that it has a cam, I might show up to a few meets or whatever. But I do want to put some rims on this bitch. But like I said, sorry if I haven't been uploading. It's just, you know, I have had a whole bunch of stuff going on, and I just had to put this on hold. And finally, I just had a little bit of spare time to work on it. An hour a day. This thing would have been out in one day and a couple hours, but I get home from work, I eat, you know, wait, no, I get home from work, take a shit, eat, take a little nap, and then I come out around 7, and then at 8 it's pretty much dark. So if you really take it into consideration, I've been working on this bitch for like 3 hours because I didn't do shit on Tuesday. I unbolted everything on Monday. Tuesday I didn't do shit. Yesterday I finished doing whatever I had to do to pull the motor out, but I couldn't find this part, the thing that bolts up to the back of the motor to put on the stand. I found it today, and about 15 minutes later this motor was out. So yeah, I don't know what else to say, but like I said, sorry if I haven't been uploading videos. I know a lot of you guys like watching my shit, even though it's not all that interesting, but thank you guys. I'm gonna try and record more whenever I can. I couldn't record that. I mean, I already told you why, but yeah, hopefully today or here very soon I'm gonna take it apart, inspect it, get it, all that shit. I already have everything to put it back together. All I might have to do is just, you know, like I said, pull the heads, pull the lifters, inspect it, or even just take the lifters out, inspect the cam, put the new lifters in if the cam is good, inspect the bottom end, hopefully there's no bearings or any of that shit fucked up. And then once I take these heads off, I gotta transfer the valve seals and valve springs to the new heads, and then from there it's just literally slap this bitch back on, put it back on the truck, and yeah, hopefully this bitch turns on, get a new starter. I do want to redo, or not redo, but somewhat clean a little bit of my wiring up. I mean, it's already clean as fuck. I mean, you can't see, it's not a rat nest like other swaps out there that I've seen. I've seen other swaps out there that yeah, they're not the best work, and my shit is a million times better than what other shit that I've seen out there, you know. So yeah, I do want to do a little bit of cleaning up, make it look show worthy, even though it's not a show truck, but do that. And then later on, once this thing is back up and running and everything is good, I want to pull the bed, redo all my fuel lines, convert it into the PTFE fuel line so I can run some E85. If not, I'll just leave it with regular gas and just, you know, get it really dialed in. I don't want to make that much power. My goal is to make at least 700 horsepower. My tranny is not ready for no 1,000. My whole, you know, I just want to be at a comfortable horsepower where this bitch is gonna be fast. You know, there's not a lot of people out there that are making more than 700, at least not in the truck scene, that are racing, especially here in Dallas, you know what I'm saying? So a good 700 horsepower, I'll be fine with that. I'll be good with that. And yeah, man, look at that motherfucker just chopping. But yeah, I'm gonna go head off and really end the video right here. And whenever I start taking this shit apart, I'll come back. But other than that, catch you guys on the next video. Deuces.